Welcome back to another video. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for everybody who's been keeping up with Project Big Red. Today I've got a few things that I wanted to do to button up Big Red and get it ready for Monday. I'm gonna be heading back to work. I'm gonna be doing some work in hopes of driving it for the first time. I got to get the inspection and registration for it. I've already put the front grille. I don't know if you guys have noticed in all my videos, but this cat, she's our pet cat anyhow, seems to make her way into all of my videos. Somehow just, you can hear her, you'll see her just jump into the shot. She always seems to make it in. Anyway, so yeah, I got the front end, I got the headlights, I got the wiring for the headlights fixed up. The bumper is back on. I did do a little bit of polishing on the grill. I used a Turtle Wax chrome polish. Anyhow, I gotta finish it out. The grill, the bumper, get it cleaned up. What I wanted to share was that in these last few days, I found a few leaks on Big Red. That was the last thing that I wanted to find was leaks, but they were there. There were two of them that I could have avoided. The first one being the water pump. I ended up reusing the old one. I cleaned it up, and scrubbed it, painted it, and bolted it back on with new gaskets. The other item were the two oil cooler lines that come from the oil filter and connect to the radiator. Those two items ended up leaking, and one day when I was under the truck, I seen it, and I was thinking to myself, like, wow, now I've got to do double work. You know, if I'd have just spent the 40 bucks for the water pump, $40 for the two oil cooler lines, it would have saved me a headache for sure, and time. So, but the third item that I found, the third leak, was the hydro boost unit. Right in here, it comes out. I guess there's a seal that's out. Anyhow, I bought a kit for the hydro boost unit, and that's what I'm gonna be working on today. I'm gonna try to get that knocked out, and yeah, that's the final piece, because everything else has been leaking. I did have an exhaust leak as well. I got that fixed up last night, so just marking things off the list, and it's still quite a bit of a list, as y'all remember from the video I made about the plan for Big Red, everything that I wrote down. But yeah, so that'll take care of that up front. Back here, I'm gonna get this washed off, and I am gonna paint it black. I'm gonna be removing the old shocks and replacing them with the Bilstein shocks that I ordered, and that's the last, for now at least, that'll be the last thing that I need to do. I can go ahead and get the bed put back on the truck. And like I said, today is Saturday. I'm gonna try to get all this buttoned up for Monday, so I can take the truck back to work on Monday, or take it to work for the first time, and just get a feel for it throughout the day, see how it drives. But yeah, really excited about finally getting it on the road and driving it to work, just getting it to use. So the first thing that I'm gonna do is go ahead and I need to top off the antifreeze and, let's see, the oil. I definitely lost some antifreeze, and I lost a bit of oil when I changed out the water pump and the oil cooler lines. So I'm gonna get that top off the oil. Then I'll move the truck over closer to where I can spray it down, get it rinsed off, and from there I guess I'll get started on that hydro boost unit. All right, so I got all the fluids topped off. Next thing I'm gonna do is move the truck, get it moved to where I can spray off the back frame. There's a lot of dirt back there, so I'm just gonna try to rinse it off as best as I can, get it cleaned up, and it won't be this evening, but it'll be tomorrow. I'll get it sprayed in the satin black, and then the bed will get put back on. And I do have tail lights for the bed as well. I got some brand new LED. They look like factory, but they're LED. So I've got some of those I'm ready to install. What I wanted to show you right quick is these. There's my old oil cooler lines. The leaks were actually, I think it was just from this one. Not sure about this one, but either way I replaced both of them. So let me get the truck moved, and I'll get it rinsed off. Well, as usual, running out of daylight. It's probably about 6 o'clock by now. I got the truck rinsed off, and I don't know how well y'all can see. This truck was the last owner, or the owner that I bought it from. He actually told me that a buddy of his had rebuilt this truck, so there's quite a bit of history, I guess, with this truck. Being that I mean, if you look at the frame rails, if you look at, I mean, there's a lot of things on this truck. I know it's still wet, but it has been already, you know, painted satin black in the past at some point. One of the things that I've found on the inside of the frame rails, I didn't really want to share this but since I've been underneath the truck, I've seen diagonal weld lines on the inside of the frame rail. I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about the frame cracking or nothing like that. I'm not going to be roughing this truck up or nothing like that. But I feel like at some point this truck was a long bed. It's a possibility. I have no real proof, just based off of those welds that I've seen, and it's pretty clean. I mean, everything on the frame, everything's straight. So, but there's like I say, there's work that's been done to this truck. The interior is not even the original interior. It was a interior that was pulled out of a Suburban, one of the higher end Suburbans. As you can tell on the right here on the, well, both driver and passenger front seats are power and they're heated. I haven't tried out the heat yet, but here's a switch for heated seats. You have off, medium, and high. The lumbar, you've got the power, you know, all these switches, they all work. I've never seen a crew cab with this, with these options, I guess, with the power seats, power passenger seat. Most of the time it's just the driver's seat in these OBS trucks, but this one has the passenger power seat as well with heated. So like I say, this truck's been redone at some point in the past. I mean, even the paint was completely redone as well, but it's sad because I guess the transmission went out, something went out on the drivetrain that they parked it, and it was parked for 10 years up until the point that a year ago now that I bought the truck. So just a little history, I guess, as far as I know on the truck, that I wanted to share with y'all. So like I said, the sun's already going down. I'm gonna get started on that hydro boost unit. I'm gonna go ahead and pull it out. I was gonna film it, but I don't really want to do a how-to. Like I say in the past, this is my first time doing one of these, so I don't really want to sit here and act like I've done it before. There's other videos that I'm using as reference to disassemble, reassemble, all of that. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get started on that. I'll catch back up with y'all tomorrow. All right, guys, it's currently the next day. I'm gonna try to get on this frame right now, and I'm gonna remove these shocks. Hope the wind is not cutting my audio out too much, but anyhow, I'm gonna take out the shocks, probably scuff up the frame. I'll just give it a quick scuff and shoot it in some satin black rattle can. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get started on that. I need to get this done, so the plan is to get the bed on this evening. So I'm gonna get this done, let it dry, and in the meantime, off camera, I'm gonna be rebuilding the hydro boost unit, which I pulled off yesterday. This is it right here. The leak was coming from right in this area. So yeah, I gotta get that rebuilt. Just takes a few gaskets. But yeah, so I'm gonna get started on that. All right, now that the back is all sprayed up, it's time for the shocks. Ended up ordering some Bilstein shocks, what the factory uses. So this is what I ended up going with. So I spent a little bit extra money for better quality shock. So I'm gonna be installing these next. All right, I got the shocks in. The frame's painted black. It's not the most professional looking, but it looks a whole lot better than what it used to. But here it is. The frame's painted black. Don't mind the exhaust, the rusty exhaust. The axle I also didn't mess with. I plan on doing it in a future upload. But the shocks, I guess that's what really I'm impressed with. I really wanted some Bilstein shocks for a while. I know these are high quality shocks, and man, makes it look a whole lot better back here. The exhaust I did want to keep, but I don't know how well you guys can see. It's really close to the exhaust, this boot here. I would hate for it to melt. It's a good looking shock, so I may have to cut that off, put a different muffler. Whatever the case, I'll end up dealing with that issue. But that's gonna do it for this video. If you guys like this video, hit that like button. Consider subscribing as well. Thanks for watching.